Welcome back to another Jabba the Hutt collection pickup. Today I've got something from Japan, and I've mentioned before, I lived in Japan for a number of years, and I'm actually a Japanese translator by profession, so I do have some connections to Japan, and periodically I like to search Japanese sites like Amazon or Yahoo Auctions, which is basically their equivalent of eBay, just to see what comes up, because Japan, more so than a lot of other countries, is a place where you can get sort of unique stuff for Star Wars. There's a lot of Star Wars fans in Japan, and they have a lot of companies that are coming out with some rather unique merchandise. One example being this, and I discovered this just out of the blue, never heard of it before. And it was really quite cheap. Now, what I should point out first of all is that this is huge. This is gigantic. I don't know if we can. I can barely reach it because I had to make the camera so far back just to get it into frame. But if I put this vintage Jabba there next to it, you can see it is huge. And it only cost me 800 yen, which is about $8. So that's really unusual because I mean, Japanese things in general tend to be on the expensive side, and this kind of plush, this size of a plush, I think would cost quite a bit more than that, even if it was in the US. In any case, when it arrived, I was rather surprised to see that it was actually made by Sega, basically the video game company, although this was the Sega Amusements subsidiary, I guess. And they make things for Japanese arcades, like prizes that you might win in various games that they have there. This is actually a prize that they gave away in crane games. Now, if you've ever been to a Japanese arcade, I've been to a number of them, you will know that crane games are about, I don't know, 75% of the entire arcade. And they have an incredible variety of types. Some of them you can win, you know, small stuffed animals. Other ones you might win a gigantic thing like this. And yeah, that was the case. In this case, I don't know. I haven't been able to find a picture like of it in the wild exactly. I did find this picture on Instagram, I think. Showing a bunch of these in an arcade, but it doesn't show exactly what kind of a game it was in. But generally speaking, you know, it's a crane game. You might knock the box into a chute, and if you do that, you get the prize, something like that. I should probably be grateful that I didn't discover this while I was in Japan, because I would have felt the need to play the game until I had won the prize, and there's just no way I would have gotten it for less than I paid for it. In fact, I'm not even sure I could have gotten it at all, because I'm pretty terrible at these crane games. You can see, well, I'll tell you what it says anyway. It says, Star Wars Jabba the Hutt Special Nuigurumi, which means, obviously, Star Wars Jabba the Hutt Special Plush, or Special Stuffed Animal, by Jama Praizu. And it says, well, there's only one type. You can see, obviously, Sega. And it says, for amusement prize only. You know, this product is not for normal sale. So that's kind of cool. I actually got this just on Amazon Japan, though, so someone selling them, you know, probably they had extras. And over here it says the same thing, essentially. So anyway, I was rather excited to find this. It's not the most fantastic prize or plush in the world. It's got some nice embroidery work here, actually, but just, you know, generally speaking, quality-wise, it's just okay. And that's sort of what you'd expect from a prize like this. But I distinctly remember last time I was at a Japanese arcade, thinking, oh, you know, all of the prizes were basically anime characters that I don't really know that well, or Disney sometimes, or, you know, the various cartoon kind of characters. I don't think they had any, I'm trying to think, I don't think they had any Star Wars things at that point. And I thought, well, you know, there's no way, of course, that they would ever have a Jabba. But here we are. And, you know, I think, I may have mentioned this before, but the Force Awakens and the new Star Wars movies coming out, whatever you think about them, even if you're a diehard original trilogy loyalist or whatever, you have to admit that the new Star Wars movies coming out and the attention that they're generating toward Star Wars has caused a lot of things for the original trilogy to come out as well, such as, you know, a lot of Jabba merchandise. And we may even find Jabba appearing in something, well, I'd actually be surprised if he didn't appear in some of those other movies that are planned, like the young Han Solo movies. So more likely than not, there will be more to come. Anyway, I just thought I would share this real quick, and thanks for watching.